Chapter 7. A Noisy Night. At 7 o'clock, Mrs. Black arrives. She helps cook the dinner and listens to the story. Terrible, she says. Every summer there are thieves in Stone Cross. They know there are lots of tourists, you see. But you say that tourists don't come here? Answers Winnie. Ah, yes. Well, it depends. Some summers there are a lot. Some summers there aren't lot. Suddenly, a telephone rings. It is Mrs. Black's mobile phone. Excuse me, she says and smiles at everyone. She goes to the hall and speaks in a soft voice. Yes, yes. Okay, don't worry. Everything is all right. I don't know. Perhaps tonight, perhaps tomorrow night. Okay, bye. My son, she explains. He is 27 and he doesn't know how to cook. Can you believe it? Mom laughs. I'm sure he prefers your wonderful cooking. Later that evening, everyone is playing cards together. Mom is winning. She always wins. Mrs. Black says, "Who wants a nice cup of hot chocolate?" During the evening and at night, it is cold in the house. They say, "Yes, please, Mrs. Black." But Winnie says, "No, thank you." The housekeeper seems offended. "Why not?" she asks angrily. "Hot chocolate helps you sleep." "I can sleep with no problems, thank you," replies Winnie. Mrs. Black is not very happy, but goes to the kitchen to make hot chocolate for the others. It is creamy, chocolatey, and delicious. "This is wonderful, Mrs. Black. What is the special ingredient? Do you have a secret recipe?" asks Mom. "It's my grandmother's secret recipe," she says and laughs. She says good night and goes home. Soon everyone is very sleepy and goes to bed. Only Winnie isn't tired. It is the middle of the night. Outside, the sky is full of stars, but there is no moon. Everyone is sleeping. Mom is dreaming and Dad is snoring. Suddenly, Winnie sits up in her bed. There is a noise. Someone is downstairs. She relaxes. It is probably her father. He sometimes gets up and sleepwalks. But no, she can hear her father. He is snoring in his bedroom. She gets up very quietly. Yes, there is someone. The noise is in the study. She goes downstairs. She is very quiet. When she is outside the study, she stops and listens. She hears the sound of paper. "I must be brave," she says, and pushes the door open quietly. "Stop, thief!" she shouts. But to her surprise, she sees Mrs. Black. She is sitting at Uncle John's desk reading his notebooks. "Oh, Mrs. Black, it's you?" says Winnie. "Hello, Winnie. I can't find my car keys. Perhaps they are here. I don't want to disturb everyone." "Oh, all right," says Winnie. But then she remembers Mrs. Black hasn't got a car. At that moment, Dad and Uncle John arrive. They think there is another thief. Dad smiles and laughs. Phew, it's Mrs. Black. "Hello, Mrs. Black. You're working late tonight?" Uncle John doesn't laugh. "What are you doing in my study, Mrs. Black?" he asks. She tells him the story of the car keys. Uncle John replies, "Tomorrow we can all look for the keys together. Now it's time to sleep. Good night, Mrs. Black." He opens the door and the housekeeper goes out. She doesn't look at Uncle John when she says, "Good night, everyone."